everyone, this is my pregnancy experience, third trimester. So I went through first, second, and third trimester, and I'm at the third trimester, and the next one I'm going to be going over what happened in labor, and also I'm going to go over some things that did not happen to me, but I have heard that does happen. Some of the things that happened in my third trimester was heartburn. Okay, I talked a little bit about heartburn in the first trimester video, but this is when the heartburn really started kicking in. They said it was because the baby, and you can actually feel this in the baby actually moves up. So he's down here in the uterus, and the whole uterus moves up and pushes everything else out the way. So, and I had severe heartburn, and it did not matter what food I ate. Okay, I could fruits, vegetables, water, nothing helped. Okay, the only thing that I could do was keep the huge bottle of Tums right by my bed. In the middle of the night, when I got the heartburn, I would reach over and chew my Tums. That's the only thing that helped. If you're having just sporadic heartburn, it's just something you're eating, then stop eating that. But this does not matter. It did not matter. I was having horrible heartburn, and by this time the weight gain was out of control. I was so huge. Okay, I was gaining weight like crazy. I lost a lot of weight in the beginning of my pregnancy, so by the time I ended up at my third pregnancy, by the time I got ready to have the baby, I was back at the weight I was before I got pregnant. So when I actually had the baby, kind of a fun thing, I actually lost weight. I was smaller than I was before I got pregnant because during pregnancy, I lost so much weight. So that was, a good thing, but it wasn't good when I was going through the nausea. No. I would have rather have gained the weight. Okay, so back to third trimester, heartburn. Okay, constipation. Now remember, I talked about constipation before, that you want to handle your constipation, and this is why. Hemorrhoids, okay? Hemorrhoids. They're bad, okay? This is what you do for him. Like, okay, first off, you need to deal with the constipation. The 100% prune juice, really good for that. Now, once you have the hemorrhoids, I tried Preparation H first, okay? And I did not like it, so I started using something called Tucks. Tucks. And they have two things. They have a cream and a pad. And I guess in the next video, I'll show everything I used in my last video. They have a cream and they have a pad. And the way to deal with hemorrhoids is you need to stay extremely clean. Like after every time you go to the restroom, even if you go to the restroom and do number 2, I know this might be TMI, but if you might want to consider showering right after. You want to keep that area clean. Also with the little pads they have, it's really like watered down witch hazel. But I tried the witch hazel before I tried the pads. And the pads, you want to use the little pads, you want to use the cream, you want to clean yourself and use the cream, and use the pads, then use the cream every time you go to the restroom. Also, when you do take showers, you want to soak in Epsom salt, hot water, hot as you can get it, for 15 minutes, hot as you can stand. Don't scald yourself. Epsom salt and water for 15 minutes, hot as you can stand, and that should that should help. And do it cleaning your using the pads, using the Tucks pad, using the Tucks cream will help with the hemorrhoids. And if you don't know what a hemorrhoid is, what it is kind of like I want to say a varicose vein or something. You're behind, I want to be politically correct here, you're behind, and you're whole and they have like these veins, and it feels like your butt is on fire. Really, it really feels like your butt is on fire. So though that helps with the hemorrhoids, and that will make you feel a lot better. Third trimester was Braxton Hicks trimester, and what Braxton Hicks are, they're often confused for pre-labor, or right before you go into labor, or early labor. should I say. Braxton Hicks is when your stomach starts to contract. It starts to get hard and then loosen, and hard and get loosened. Now, the closer you get to pregnancy, or the closer you get to labor, the stronger your Braxton Hicks are going to become. They're going to last, and they're going to last a lot longer, and they're actually going to, you're going to start feeling pain. At first, it won't be, your Braxton Hicks won't be painful. It'll just be like, what's that? Your stomach just feels tight. But then it's going to be like, oh, what is that? Am I in labor? That's what's going to happen with your Braxton Hicks. Now, the good thing about Braxton Hicks is Braxton Hicks prepares your body for labor. So the more Braxton Hicks you have before, the better your body's prepared for labor. Some women don't even feel their Braxton Hicks, and some women don't really have a whole lot of them. It'll be fine. But I had a lot, and towards the end, they were strong. Like I thought I was having real life contractions. Because in truth, it feels like a contraction. That's what it feels like towards the end. The way that you can tell a Braxton Hicks from you truly being in labor is labor contractions they progress. Braxton Hicks lasts a long time. Labor contractions last 2 minutes. You can time it, okay? They last a minute to 2 minutes the contraction does not last more than 2 minutes. Braxton Hicks can last 5 minutes. You can be contracting for a long time, and that's a big way to tell if you're in early labor, and even if you're in early labor, or if you're just having Braxton Hicks. Also, with Braxton Hicks is they go away if you move. So let's say like I'm sitting on the couch and I start moving around and they stop. Those are Braxton Hicks. If you are sitting on the couch and you move around, that's not going to stop a contraction, okay? You can do whatever you want to do. That contraction is going to continue to come, and it's going to come every, it comes in an increment of time. In the beginning, though, with early labor, and I will talk about this more with labor. With early labor, it might start off kind of sporadic, and then it kind of evens out, where it's like every 10 minutes, every 9 minutes, every 8 minutes, every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, every minute. Like when that happens, But for the most part, Braxton Hicks, just give yourself some time. Try to move around. If you're still having a contraction, then you might need to call. I think that's pretty much for being heavy. I felt extremely heavy my second trimester. The weight gain was crazy. The heartburn is pretty much. I think that's everything. So let's talk about some of the things that I didn't go through. Some of the stuff I witnessed, and some of the things other women go through. Backaches, I did not have in the second trimester, or throughout my pregnancy at all. A lot of women have backaches. I did not, but labor, I did, and I'll talk about it during labor. Also, I did have shortness of breath. I'm sorry. In the third trimester, you're big, you're hot, you're tired. You have shortness of breath. It's hard for you to get around. You just need to, you can't catch your breath. So try sitting down. Don't get up too quickly. When you're sitting down, don't just rush up. You can't do that. You need to, slowly get yourself together. That's what it is. What else did I didn't have gas. I didn't have any gas at all, but some women have really bad gas. And I actually had a friend, or not a friend, but I knew a person that had really bad gas. It was pretty bad. Bleeding gums, actually, I had a little bit of bleeding gums. You need to drink calcium, magnesium, and you need to drink lots of milk if you can. If you're lactose intolerant like I am, you need to drink lactose-free milk. And I think that's, and water retention, really quick before my time runs out. I did not retain water. Where is it? I did not retain water, but they say that's from eating a lot of salty foods. So you want to stay away from the salty foods and drink lots of water. But I know because the water is retaining water. You're retaining water. I know it's like a catch-22, but stay away from salt and drink lots of water. Try to do like moderate exercises. I did no exercising during my pregnancy. I will not lie. I was too pregnant to do it, and I'm not ashamed of it, but you should do lots of exercise. And I'll see you at my next video talking about my labor. Goodbye.